Blackmore.
With Mighty Zul over the horizon, I kind of felt like we should go over some more African martial arts out there that I have not really mentioned or talked about on the channel as of yet. Because I'm already like just super curious of how the way they're going to go about her fighting style, since there is animal styles mentioned within her Marinji. So I'm kind of curious of how the way they're going to go about that, but I will be covering the gameplay trailer once that ends up coming out. So don't you worry your pretty little heads on that, folks. But anyways, y'all, I have about 4 different African martial arts that I would love to see end up being represented in Tekken in the future. Check it out. Engolo, sometimes called Engolo na Capoeira, comes from southern Angola. This martial art is known as the zebra dance, and for good reason. Fighters mimic the evasive kicks and graceful agility of zebras, using acrobatic footwork, sweeps, and inverted kicks. It's as much performance as it is combat. Engolo wasn't just about self-defense. It was tied to rites of passage. Young people would use it to prove themselves, to display courage and physical mastery. It often took place during initiation ceremonies and community gatherings, where spectators would watch the clash like a game. Now here's where Engolo takes its place of global importance. From what I've looked up, during the Atlantic slave trade, Angolan captives carried Engolo's essence across the ocean to Brazil. There, it transformed into capoeira. The inverted kicks, the cartwheel-like escapes, the deceptive rhythm, all of these capoeira staples traces back to Engolo. What capoeira turned into was a clever blend of African and Brazilian survival, but its DNA is undeniably Angolan. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, folks. Fighters often attack from handstands or low crouch stances, using legs like whips. It's unpredictable, animalistic, and fluid. Imagine a martial art where the ground isn't just beneath your feet, it's part of your strategy, part of your weapon. Engolo isn't just the father of capoeira. It's proof that African combat arts didn't vanish under slavery. They adapted, survived, and still echo across continents. So don't be surprised if you see some elements of this martial art added into many of Miary Zul's fighting style. In Somalia, Istunka is both a sport and a spectacle. It's a pretty ancient combat tradition that takes place during the Somali New Year, Nuras. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, folks. I do apologize if I butcher that. It's not just a martial art, it's a festival where communities gather to watch warriors simulate battle. Istunka fighters use wooden sticks or spears, sometimes with shields. The duel, at first glance, it looks like it's mimicking combat. Underneath is centuries of Somali warrior tradition. In older times, it trained men for real battle, sharpening reflexes and teamwork. But here's the twist. Istunka has as much performance as it has fighting. Fighters wear brightly colored clothing, and the duels are accompanied by poetry, music, and rhythm. It's storytelling through combat. Think of it as Africa's answer to the medieval European joust, ritualized combat that symbolizes strength, bravery, and heritage. What makes Istunka shine is the way it blends combat and culture. It's not about individual dominance, but about community identity. You're not just watching fighters, you're witnessing Somali history retold with every strike, block, and feint. Now, Musangwe comes from the Benda people of South Africa. Unlike Engolo or Istunka, it's bare knuckle fighting. No gloves, no mat, no fancy arenas. Just 2 people surrounded by a circle of spectators, trading blows under the open sky. But here's the thing. Musangwe isn't street fighting. It's deeply regulated by tradition. Elders preside over the matches, ensuring that fights remain honorable. Young men and women participate to prove manhood, resolve disputes, and earn respect in the community. And I know what you're thinking. Isn't that just Ferengi? But bare knuckle martial art all the way from Madagascar and also Venda, both are striking. Both involve people testing themselves. But the key difference? Ferengi is performed with an emphasis on speed and open hand striking, often accompanied by drum and ritual songs. Musangwe, on the other hand, is bare knuckle boxing. It's about grit, toughness, and taking blows head on. It's less about rhythm, more about endurance. The ability to keep standing when fists are flying. Sangwa represents the raw test of willpower. It's community regulated combat that decides disputes without weapons. It's not just fighting for glory, it's fighting for balance. Now, the Nuba people of Sudan have practiced wrestling for thousands of years. Archaeologists have found depictions of wrestling matches in Nubian art dating back to the days of the pharaohs. This makes Nuba wrestling one of the oldest continuously practiced martial arts out there in the world. For the Nuba people, wrestling isn't just sport. It's tied to harvest festivals, rituals, and even merit. Victories can elevate a man's status in his community, marking him as strong, capable, and desirable. Unlike Masangwa or Engolo, Nuba wrestling is pure grappling. No strikes, just throws, blocks, and pins. The objective is to take your opponent down and hold them there. Wrestlers prepare with rigorous physical training, often coating their bodies with ash or sand to improve grip. And what makes Nuba wrestling stand out is how it parallels the rise of grappling arts around the world. Long before judo, sambo, or Greco-Roman wrestling gained recognition, the Nuba were testing their strength in the dust of Sudan. Even modern MMA wrestlers often echo tactics that the Nuba have refined since. It's not just combat, it's identity. To be a Nuba wrestler is to carry forward the ancient tradition, where victory is about more than just strength. You're continuing the honor and culture of it all. So maybe sometime down the line through Tekken 8 or even beyond that point, we'll probably end up seeing more African martial arts with Body Zo opening the door for that. So we may see a little dabble of Engolo, and also since they did mention in one of the IGN interviews that you will see a little bit of Dambe in there, which already has me extremely excited to see how the way they incorporate that into her moveset. So maybe we'll see a plethora of different things added on top of her Morenji. And also with the fact that she's going to be having a lot of evasions from what it sounds like, but only time will tell. Maybe we'll end up hearing something during Evo France, or probably close towards the end of the year during the Tekken World Tour Finals.
So, quick editor's note. While filming this, they ended up announcing that we will finally get to see gameplay trailer for Miary at Evo France Top 8. So, yeah, your boy is going to be busy this weekend. So, you guys look forward to that video breakdown. I will be getting that as soon as possible once I be able to get that gameplay footage, look over everything, and break it down. But yeah, I am pretty stoked, super excited to see how the way this ends up going. But yeah, just want to make a quick editor's note on that one.
If you enjoyed today's video, please give a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you can always stay notified of any new videos coming to the channel. The community Discord link will always be in the description, so if you ever want to stop by, hang out, chill, chit chat, always here. But anyways, y'all, I'll catch you in the next video. It's Blackmore here, signing out. Catch you later, folks. Peace.
The study of Kung Fu fighting is is ongoing. Don't ever hope to master all of them.
Since I
So be careful.